So, imagine a world where all the hustle and bustle just stops. Imagine a world where striving ceases and rest begins. Imagine a world where we can pursue purpose without fears of, will I have money to sustain myself? Imagine a world where we have time to spend with our families, time to spend with God, time to just be still. Imagine a world where capitalism is cancelled, where poor isn't poor and rich isn't rich because there's enough money to go around, there's enough resources to go around, there's enough food to get to every single family. Imagine a world where there were homes for everybody. Imagine a world where human nature ceases to be selfish and we pursue unity more than ever. Imagine a world where all the hustle and bustle just stops. Because we're all chasing money for a reason. For some people, it's their necessities. They have to pay their bills, their mortgages. Imagine a world where all of that stops and we can focus on happiness instead. Now, I believe so strongly in faith over fear. The media outlets, including my own, have probably all contributed to feeding the narrative that we should all panic. And whilst it's important to take what's going on in the world very seriously and be attentive, it's important that you don't allow that fear to take over your heart. It's important that you try and see the good in what could be happening. Now, some people have run with the narrative that, God is judging the earth and, payback time, slave trade. Of course, we've, debunked the myth now that certain demographics of people cannot get this disease and pass from it. I don't believe God creates evil things, but I do believe that God can use evil things and things that are not so great for our good. And I was sitting and thinking, how can God use this for our good? And that's what made me imagine a world where everything just stops and we finally have the gift of time back. And we can finally allocate it properly without thinking about the things we need to pay for. We can finally spend time with our families. We can finally spend time with God. We can finally reset our bodies back to a mode of rest and begin to work from rest rather than rest from work. Some of these things we can only imagine. Some of these things we may never experience. But imagine anyway. All in all, ensure that you keep yourself safe. Ensure that you keep your family safe and clean. But I strongly believe as well, going on into the future, I believe that this coronavirus will change the way we do things forever. First of all, we've all realized now that capitalism is a scam. We've all realized that going into work every day is a scam. And most of the jobs that they've told you cannot be done remotely can actually be done remotely, except for things like nursing, where, patient contact is required. That's quite different. But I believe the way we live, the way we shop, the way we attend events like, even conferences, workshops, even church might just change forever, because we're realizing now the benefits and how useful the internet can be. If it can do so in times of crisis, why not it just be regular, everyday practice? Amidst all the fear and pandemonium, be sure to rest and rest in God. Take this time out to just relax. I'm actually praying for a lockdown so that we can all just reset. I think we need a reboot, and all the striving can just stop, and all the peace that we've been looking for, we can actually access it. I think more than anything, that's what we want, peace of mind and our time back. All in all, peace and love, peace and chunks. Mochunkstv.